Have you ever wondered what it is that sends great empires crashing down so quickly? Get ready to satisfy your curiosity. Since the dawn of civilization, empires have come and gone. The Babylonians, Greeks, Romans, Mongols, Aztecs, and many others have extended their reign over foreign territories, bringing golden ages of art and innovation. But sooner or later, each of these empires has declined and collapsed, leaving a few cultural contributions in their wake. Today we'll examine what causes the fall of these empires and how it can impact our modern society. There are two main causes of decline: internal and external. External factors include things like spread of disease and military defeat. Often entities overcome by these factors are smaller empires that can't deal with the threat from outside powers. For example, the Aztec and Incan empires. They were not necessarily experiencing internal struggle, but simply couldn't deal with the threat of military colonization and disease from the Europeans. Other cultures overcome by external sources were once great powers themselves that experienced internal struggle and were weakened, so they could no longer deal with outside threats. For example, the Roman Empire, officially defeated in 476 by Germanic tribes, was weakened by moral and economic decline. The surviving eastern half of Rome became the Byzantine Empire, which met its own military defeat in 1453 after a slow internal demise of economy and politics. In fact, most great civilizations experience internal struggle before they can be overcome by an external threat. But what exactly is internal struggle? Edward Gibbon attempted to answer this question in 1788 with the publication of his book, The History of the Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. Gibbon identified several factors that applied to Rome, as well as other civilizations throughout history. The first is moral decline. Towards the end of the Roman Empire, the family fell apart. Divorce rates increased rapidly, and many prostitutes found work on the streets of the city. Entertainment was found in the famous Colosseum, where man and beast alike were pitted against each other in violent contests for the entertainment of the masses. Violence was also found on the streets, an increase in crime rates and scuffles between the many homeless. Although the introduction of Christianity helped prolong moral decay, it did not have a large enough impact to change the hearts of an increasingly self-centered population. Most Romans at the time of the collapse lived solely for bread and circuses, lacking concern for others and their country. Public health was also in decline. The phrase, "all roads lead to Rome," meant that all diseases reached the city as well. Lead pipes for water transport caused the death of many wealthy citizens. Another contributing factor to the decline was economic struggles, as is true with most any civilization. Frivolous spending by the government led to higher taxes, which led to inflation. Also, Rome stopped conquering, so there was no new group of people to tax. In fact, their territories shrunk, further reducing the influx of gold to help boost the economy. Small farmers on the outskirts of Rome were put out of business by large latifundia, commercial farms. These farmers flocked to the city for free government handouts, but ended up clogging up the streets and unable to find work. Political corruption was definitely a key problem as well. The Praetorian Guard, similar to the Secret Service of today, began to gain influence and choose the new emperor. Previously a task given to the Senate and former emperor, the Praetorians appointed whoever they pleased, and this person usually rewarded them with more power. Rome began to resemble an oligarchy. In fact, from 186 to 286 AD, Rome saw 37 new emperors, 25 of which were assassinated. This was a very tumultuous time politically. Finally, in 476 AD, Rome was defeated by invading Germanic tribes. But this invasion was only possible because of economic, political, and moral decline. There was no one left to fight for Rome, because Rome was too busy fighting itself. This is a problem for many other great civilizations throughout history, and many historians have asked if it's even possible to avoid the decline that all empires experience. Most likely, it is not. A delicate, thriving economy and prosperous society is difficult to maintain, but decline can be prolonged by identifying the causes and consciously taking steps to prevent them. A successful modern society must emphasize the importance of the family unit and moral behavior. The economy must be closely monitored and power-hungry or negligent officials kept out of office. It is a delicate balancing act to remain a successful and prosperous empire, and without caution, an empire can spiral into collapse. How close is America to experiencing this collapse? And can we do anything to prolong it? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Hopefully this has helped satisfy your curiosity on what causes the fall of empires. I'll see you next time when curiosity calls.